So if we want this panel to go away now, all we have to do is click on the X, and that will get rid of that panel. And if we want it back again, remember, we'll click here and then just come out here and click on the arrow, and that will get our panel. So you can switch back and forth between which tool sets you might want to use in Illustrator. The next tool that I want to talk about is the selection tool. Now, the selection tool has a specific job. So actually, here's what I did. Because this was still selected from before, and I don't want that selected because I want to show you the selection tool. So once I chose the selection tool, if I don't want to have that selected anymore, I need to click away or deselect. So I can just click anywhere else and then nothing will be selected. So I have this polar grid here. If I have the selection tool and I come and click on it, notice that even though it looked like only one line was going to select, the selection tool selected the entire thing. That is the job of the selection tool. It's meant to select. You can use it to move things. You can use the transform handles that you get when you select the selection tool. You can use the transform handles to resize. So I'm holding Shift to constrain this and scale it smaller. I can also put my selection tool outside of the corner and get that rotate option. And now I can rotate. And notice it's pivoting off the center point or the center registration point of this particular shape. So I can also pick one of these other handles in the middle and distort. So if I use the handles not on the corner but in the middle, I can reshape unproportionally like this. So I can do a lot of transforming and manipulating with the selection tool. Also, something you might not be noticing is if I come in here to pick this up and move it around, I am being very careful to land right on top of the path. If I go in the middle where there's no color and no path, notice it's not letting me pick this shape up. So if I want to pick it up and move it or do something with it, I have to carefully select right on the path itself. And see how it says the word path next to my cursor. And then also notice my cursor looks different. When it looks like an arrow, I can pick it up and move it. Well, it's a different kind of arrow, just the arrowhead. If I go in between the two, notice a full selection arrow shows. That means I'm not able to pick it up and move it. So see the difference in what the cursor looks like. If I wanted to copy this shape, I can do that with the selection tool also. What I need to do is hold down the Alt key and then notice how my cursor changes again. So when I see the double arrowheads, that tells me it's going to make a copy. So now if I'm right on the path and I click and drag, now I can make two. That is so handy because oftentimes you want to duplicate what you're working on or copy what you're working on. All you have to do is Alt drag and it's going to make two. So let me go ahead and delete this one. Okay, so that's a little bit about the selection tool. It allows you to move, transform, and copy all from the exact same tool.